Hello, Big Brother fans. I haven't been here because not much has been going on the feeds, and yesterday the nomination ceremony was not held. I guess production has told them that there was going to be the show, and I guess they're kind of into knowing that there's not going to be a live eviction, but that there was going to be an eviction on Wednesday. So the feeds are down all day today, yesterday, and the day before. It was just pretty much your normal, just everyday, boring in the house. They don't know what to do already kind of thing. Just nothing going on. So that's really about it. The nominations are the same. The POV was not used, obviously, like I said, and that's probably being done right now, and the person is being sent home, and that's why the feeds are down. And it won't, I believe I heard that they won't be up until tomorrow, and at that point that's when we'll know who was put up and then who got the alley-oop. But it's pretty much at this point Judd. He's on their last nerve. He's run out of cigarettes. McCrae, they told McCrae, they being Andy and Spencer, man, just give him a pack. And he's like, no way, Yeah, at first you guys try to talk me into not using the POV, and now you're trying to talk me out of some of my cigarettes. But, the fact of the matter is, he's only there for another week, and he has 5 packs of cigarettes, and Judd has none. I mean, that's not his fault, but he should understand, being a smoker, what it's like not to have cigarettes, and how horrible that obviously must be. They're provided nicotine patches, but, yeah, I think there's something with the whole. It's like a setup, because once upon a time, long ago, when I was very young, I used to smoke, just once in a while. But I had a friend who smoked on a regular basis, and it's just like sort of like a routine. You eat, and then as soon as you're done eating, you have a cigarette. If you're drinking, which they drink in the house each night, you have a cigarette. So that whole routine of when you normally have a cigarette is just not happening. And he's got other issues where like he needs medicines and whatnot. And yeah, so I'm just thinking it would be kinder if he just gave him a pack and he knew he had a pack to work with, whereas each time he has to beg, hey, can I get a cig from you, which yeah. But anyway, so I think that's really about it. Gina Maria is just playing it cool. Like every time Judd comes up to her, which is probably about 20 times a day, asking, have you heard anything? Do you know who's going? She's just like, no, man, I don't talk to anybody. I don't put the pressure on anybody. I don't expect anybody to, I'm not going to force anybody to vote for me, to stay, da-da-da-da-da. And, I mean, her answer is the same every single time. And so he's getting on their last damn nerves. And, unfortunately, that, I think, is what is going to do him in, on top of the fact that they think that him against any one of them in the final 2 would mean their absolute demise. And I would have to kind of, sort of, agree with that in the... If the jury is not voting bitterly. If they're voting bitterly, then Judd in the final 2 would probably win. If they were voting, if they've had enough time in the jury to simmer down and realize, oh yeah, that's right, we're here to play a game, analyze it from a game perspective, I don't know that he would win against anyone else, because, he was already voted out and, came back in and was able to kind of restart and redo his, his game, which he didn't restart or redo, if you think about it, because, it's the same thing, walking around, just looking shady, but not really being shady, which is a shame. Yeah, so it looks like when the feeds come back, we're going to be left Judd-less, And because McCrae cannot, oh no, not McCrae, because Spencer cannot play HOH, he's weighing heavily on the fact that Andy is going to win. And if you ask me, the odds of him winning, it would have to be one of those, on day 53, kind of thing. To me, I think that would probably be the only way that Andy would be able to win the HOH, because he's really good at his days. Gina Marie and not really McCrae unless he's faking it. Gina Marie can do it if she's given time, because she knows the sequence of things and she runs through it. But she's not as quick as Andy. Like he could go 49, day 49, this and that, and because he runs through that kind of stuff, and then sometimes he trips up Gina Marie when they're talking about it, because they both have a different way of sequencing things that happened. But anyway, so that's really what's been going on, and that's really why I haven't been here. There haven't been any real big game, talk or plan. Well, here's something worth mentioning. Andy and Spencer have taken in McCrae as their final 3, and I like this because I know it's they're still loyal to the exterminators. However, they're not stupid, and they're covering all their bases in case McCrae pulls through and wins this HOH, so that they don't get nominated. And it would be like, well, that one of them wouldn't get nominated, and so Gina Marie will be up and out instead of one or both of them or whatever. So they're trying to solidify themselves in McCrae's mind that that they want to take him with them and get rid of Gina Marie, and they talk behind her back and this and this and that. I did tell you that Gina Marie got hurt in that last POV. She ended up getting 9 stitches, I believe. Amazingly, she doesn't complain anymore about her toe or her back or her tit or her knee. And I'm guessing it's because she's on some fairly good pain medicines, because it doesn't start limping until after a certain amount of time, which is when you would think that pain medicine has wore out. They gave her a tetanus shot, and that's what she's been complaining about lately, because it was swollen and warm, and she was feeling horrible, absolutely horrible. And then what else? They also gave her antibiotics, which also made her sick to her stomach. So she hasn't been really eating. Not that she ever really eats anything. It's really weird. Like, she'll cook them a really nice big meal, and she'll sit down to an empty spot at the table. And then later on, you'll see her with, chips or candy or, just weird stuff, so anyway, I keep saying, so that's what's going on. Not much going on, and then I come up with something else. Alright, so I'm going to go do my episode review, and I guess things will start to hopefully start getting a little exciting, in terms of game talk, to see who's left and, what's going to be done. Alright, see ya, bye.